Hi Tom, can you tell me what opportunities do you see for immigrant entrepreneurs here in Ireland?
What opportunities do I see for immigrant entrepreneurs in Ireland? Well, obviously the global recession has impacted upon every country, and Ireland has fared particularly badly, as we're well aware. That obviously has implications in two ways. One is that the number of immigrants staying in Ireland is actually beginning to decrease dramatically, as anecdotal evidence would suggest that younger immigrants are moving away from Ireland again. There's particular opportunities in London with the Olympics coming up in 2012. That's for employment rather than self-employment. And what we're tending to find is that there are more of the family immigrants, i.e. those with married and with children, that are staying here. Now obviously if you're married and with children, then you tend to be less risk adverse, so the propensity to start your own business would be reduced as a result of that. The opportunities have also decreased given the economic recession and the fact that quite a lot of businesses are actually closing on a weekly basis rather than opening. However, I do feel quite strongly that even in these recessionary times there's always opportunity to start a business, and that it's just a different type of business. Obviously businesses with targeting luxury into the market is no longer as viable as was during the Celtic Tiger years, but instead businesses that are I suppose at the cost leadership into the market would be finding greater preference with consumers. So the trades would be, I think, a good example of where there's still opportunity, because obviously the house building has stopped or close enough to it, and people, instead of buying new houses and trading up, are now looking at redeveloping their own houses or making home improvements, attic conversions, that type of activity, rather than buying a new house and trading up. This means that there's quite significant opportunity for people who might be carpenters, painters, builders, not quite builders but plumbers, within that kind of small type of work, rather than in the bigger housing estate type work that used to exist. I do think that given the work or given the nature of the people who've come to Ireland and the nature of their experience, particularly from Eastern Europe, that there's significant opportunity there. I also think that there's opportunity within the retail sector still, but it would have to be niche markets. Now, one of the problems we've had in Ireland in recent years was that ethnic entrepreneurs tended to start their own business which focused only on their own communities, and part of the work of the Institute for Minority Entrepreneurship has to try and get ethnic entrepreneurs to be more inclusive of Irish customers. I think that's good for a business perspective, and it's also good from a social integration perspective. So looking at niche products, niche services, niche ideas, but moving beyond their traditional communities, I think would be a very healthy way of ethnic entrepreneurs addressing possible business opportunities in the weeks and months ahead.